Josh Duggar, the once beloved reality TV star from the popular show 19 Kids and Counting, is making headlines once again, but this time, it's not for a happy reason. In a shocking turn of events, Josh has reportedly been begging for a new lawyer in a desperate bid to overturn his dark and haunting conviction. Yes, you heard that right. Josh Duggar is not giving up his fight, despite his already grim fate. Let's dive right into the details of this heartbreaking story, because the twists and turns in Josh's ongoing legal battle are nothing short of jaw-dropping. Josh Duggar's name has become synonymous with scandal and controversy in recent years. Once the poster boy of a wholesome conservative Christian family, Josh's reputation came crashing down in 2015 when shocking revelations about his past behavior emerged. But it was his 2021 conviction on child sexual abuse material charges that truly sealed his downfall in the public eye. Josh Duggar was sentenced to more than 12 years in federal prison for downloading and possessing explicit content that victimized minors. The evidence against him was overwhelming, and the sentencing judge made it clear that Josh's actions were egregious and deeply troubling. For many, this seemed like the end of the story, but apparently, Josh isn't ready to accept that fate just yet. According to newly surfaced reports, Josh Duggar has been actively working behind the scenes to secure a new legal team. He's allegedly begging for a new lawyer who will take up his cause and help him overturn his conviction. Sources close to the situation say that Josh believes his current representation didn't do enough to prove his innocence, and that he's now determined to find someone who will fight harder for his freedom. But here's where it gets even more astonishing. Despite all the evidence stacked against him and the devastating impact of his actions, Josh apparently still believes that he can somehow clear his name. He's reportedly claiming that crucial evidence was overlooked, that the investigation was flawed, and that his rights were violated during the process. Of course, many people are rolling their eyes at this latest development. After all, the evidence that led to his conviction was damning. Federal agents testified about the horrific content found on his devices, and a mountain of digital evidence linked directly back to him. Yet Josh Duggar remains adamant that he was wronged and that he deserves another chance. His efforts to find a new lawyer have reportedly included reaching out to high-profile criminal defense attorneys who specialize in post-conviction appeals. He's apparently been writing letters from prison, making phone calls, and using any means available to him to get his message out. It's a move that has left many people stunned, wondering how far Josh is willing to go in his quest to be seen as innocent. For the Duggar family, this latest development is another blow in what has already been a devastating and painful chapter. Josh's parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, have long been criticized for how they handled the initial allegations back in 2015. Now, with Josh still fighting to overturn his conviction, the entire family is once again being dragged back into the public eye. Some insiders say that Jim Bob, in particular, has been quietly supportive of Josh's efforts behind the scenes. He's reportedly been trying to help his son navigate the complex legal process, using his connections and resources to bolster Josh's case. But publicly, the Duggars have remained largely silent, no doubt aware of just how toxic this situation has become for their family's image. Meanwhile, Josh's wife, Anna Duggar, is said to be standing by him through it all. She has consistently defended her husband, even after his conviction. Anna has reportedly been visiting him in prison regularly, bringing their children to see him, and offering her unwavering support. She, too, is reportedly convinced that Josh deserves another shot at freedom. Critics have pointed out how heartbreaking this situation is for the innocent children caught in the crossfire. Josh and Anna have 7 kids together, and they're the ones who are paying the ultimate price for their father's actions. These kids are growing up in the shadow of their father's conviction, and now they're watching as he tries to fight his way back into the world. It's a situation that has left many fans of the Duggar family feeling deeply conflicted. Some believe that Josh should accept his punishment and focus on making amends for the damage he caused. Others argue that if there's even a sliver of doubt about the fairness of his trial, he has the right to pursue every legal avenue available. But let's be real, Josh's chances of overturning his conviction are slim. Federal appeals are notoriously difficult to win, especially in cases like this, where the evidence was so overwhelming. Still, that hasn't stopped Josh from trying. His team is reportedly preparing to argue that his trial was flawed in several key ways. For example, Josh's supporters claim that there were errors in the way the evidence was collected and that some of the digital forensics used to convict him were unreliable. They're also reportedly questioning whether the jury was properly instructed and whether Josh's constitutional rights were violated during the investigation. These are all standard arguments in post-conviction appeals, but in Josh's case, they're going to face an uphill battle. The federal system doesn't hand out second chances easily, especially when the charges involve the exploitation of children. Yet despite the odds, Josh is pushing ahead. Sources say that he's been poring over legal documents from his prison cell, studying case law, and doing everything he can to prepare for this next fight. It's a level of determination that some find admirable, while others see it as a refusal to accept responsibility for his crimes. And let's not forget about the emotional toll this is taking on everyone involved. Anna, in particular, has reportedly been under enormous stress as she tries to juggle the needs of her children with her ongoing support for Josh. Friends of the family say that Anna has been trying to keep things as normal as possible at home, but it's clear that this latest twist in Josh's legal saga is weighing heavily on her. For the Duggar siblings, this new development is stirring up old wounds. Many of them have tried to distance themselves from Josh and his scandal, focusing on their own lives and families. But with Josh's new push for a legal overhaul, the entire Duggar clan is once again under the microscope. Some of Josh's siblings have quietly expressed their dismay, feeling that Josh's refusal to accept his fate is only prolonging the pain for everyone. Others are reportedly more sympathetic, believing that he deserves the chance to prove his innocence if he truly believes he was wronged. Public reaction to this news has been predictably intense. Social media has been flooded with comments from people who are outraged that Josh is still trying to fight his conviction. Many feel that he's simply trying to avoid facing the consequences of his actions, and they're not buying his claims of innocence. Others, however, have been more cautious in their reactions, arguing that everyone deserves a fair trial and a chance to appeal if there are legitimate concerns about how their case was handled. It's a nuanced debate, but one thing is clear: Josh Duggar's story is far from over. As for what's next, it's still too early to say. Josh's efforts to find a new lawyer are ongoing, and it's not yet known whether he's been successful in securing fresh legal representation. If he does manage to find a new lawyer willing to take on his case, we can expect to see a flurry of legal filings in the coming months as Josh's team tries to build their case for an appeal. In the meantime, Josh remains behind bars at the Federal Correctional Institution in Seagoville, Texas, where he's serving out his sentence. His life in prison has reportedly been difficult, with some sources saying he's struggled to adjust to the harsh reality of life behind bars. But even from his prison cell, he's clearly not ready to give up. This story is a heartbreaking one, not just for the victims of Josh's crimes, but also for his own children and family members who have been forced to live with the fallout. The wounds from this saga run deep, and every new development only seems to reopen them. Josh Duggar's efforts to overturn his conviction are a stark reminder that for some people, accepting responsibility is the hardest thing of all. Whether he truly believes he was wronged, or whether he's simply trying to cling to a shred of hope, the fact remains that his actions have left a trail of pain and heartbreak in their wake. As we watch this story continue to unfold, one thing is certain: the battle for Josh Duggar's future is far from over. Whether or not he succeeds in finding a new lawyer and mounting an appeal, the damage to his reputation and to the lives of those around him will linger for years to come. For now, all eyes are on Josh Duggar as he tries to rewrite the ending of his story. Will he find a lawyer willing to fight for him? Will he be able to convince a court that his conviction was unjust? Or will he ultimately be forced to accept that some mistakes can never be undone? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear: this is a story that's not going away anytime soon. As more details emerge, we'll be here to bring you the latest updates on Josh Duggar's desperate bid for a new lawyer and the heartbreaking fallout that continues to ripple through his family and community. Stay tuned as we continue to cover this unfolding drama and share the stories of those whose lives have been forever changed by Josh Duggar's actions. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about one man's fight for freedom, it's about the countless lives that have been forever altered by the dark secrets he tried so hard to keep hidden. Hello lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Charistina. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.